You haven't heard a lot about the war in Ukraine for a while, and that's exactly what Vladimir Putin wants. The media lost interest, allowing him to concentrate his firepower in Ukraine's east. The area is rich in natural resources, relatively flat, rural, and close to Russia. Combine all those, and his army's advantages in sheer numbers makes for big gains. In fact, he's taken over most of the eastern part of the country and could be close to declaring victory. It's a very different story than what you'll hear from the Biden administration. They tout Ukraine's success in holding off Russia. Critics blame a half-in, half-out approach to American involvement. Another $1 billion of U.S. aid is on the way to Ukraine. But in the words of Joseph Stalin, quantity has a quality all its own. Russia has a quantity of men and equipment that gives it a huge advantage. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North standing by. He knows what it's like to help American allies in combat. But first, Tom Dempsey in D.C. with what Ukraine wants and why it's not getting it. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Leland. Yeah, it's going to take time for these new weapons to show up in Ukraine. We're talking weeks, possibly months for these weapons to get to the front lines. That whole time, Russian forces are, likely going to continue trying to get forward and continue pouring into the country. So Ukraine is going to need more weapons to do just that, to hold off these troops. But let's put some of this in perspective right now to show the need for weapons in Ukraine right now. So far, the U.S. has sent thousands of anti-armor weapon systems to the country. We're talking howitzers, helicopters, drones, rocket systems sent to Ukraine. But that's only sort of a fraction of what the country needs right now to really hold off Russian forces. And again, for example, Ukraine leaders have said they need 300 missile systems to fight Russia. And the U.S. has only promised 12 and only delivered about 4 of those rocket systems to the country, again, to fight Russia. And it's a similar story for other weapons. Ukraine needs thousands of howitzers. The United States has promised 126. And now it's important to note that the U.S. is just, one of a number of countries trying to give aid to the country as they're fighting this war. But again, this shows the need for weapons that Ukraine is currently facing right now. Also worth noting what the U.S. has promised it won't do in regards to this war. As far as sending troops on the ground, the U.S. said it will not do that. And it will not implement a no-fly zone over the country. It also says that it will not provide Ukraine weapons that the forces could then use on Russian soil against Russian forces. But again, something we do want to know, Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, recently spoke about how the U.S. has continued to answer the call for the need for weapons in Ukraine. Take a listen.
Bottom line is everything General Zaluzny asked for. As rapidly as possible, we get a source through the international community, through the United States and allies and partners, and we get it done as rapidly as we can. So I don't know where those numbers are that you're coming from, but we are supporting, the international community are taking it very seriously, and we are supporting the Ukrainian military as rapidly as humanly possible.
And Leland, with this war coming up on its 4-month anniversary, of course, the Ukrainian forces have been very resilient fighting against Russian forces. But again, as this war drags on, they could be outmanned and outgunned as this war drags on. And again, showing this need for weapons, Leland.
Oh, they've been outmanned and outgunned the whole time. Tom, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.